Hello, this is Vanactor. I'm Kane Philbeck, and this week was an absolute disaster, which happens. I was originally going to make a short film with a friend of mine, but that fell through. Then I was going to try and find someone to replace them. Then I changed my mind to do it more appropriately. And ultimately, you're tagging along on an audition of mine. I decided that I got an audition for this USC film, and normally I do not go for student films because they can be pretty hit or miss. Sometimes they're just absolutely horrible. Sometimes they look great, but the script is bad, and sometimes you get these little golden gems, though. This one seems like it was kind of right up my alley, though, with the character. I really like the character who was this, known as the life of the party optimistic guy. Who is, sometimes me. Anyway, what I really was intrigued by it, though, is that they're setting you up. They're having accommodations, like, outside of Los Angeles, which I thought was cool. So, let's see if I can get out. Okay, so this is what I am wearing to this audition. I'm wearing it for a few different reasons. One, I'm hoping that it'll allude to the character without it hitting it on the nose too hard. Flannels give that wilderness vibe and that I'm trying to allude to, but I'm counterbalancing it with the kind of cool pants with the little rivets and these nice Vans, which I hope you can see there, but if you can't, oh well. Anyway, and that way it counterbalances with a little bit of an urban style. All right, I'm walking there. Two things. One, I realized that I parked in 15-minute parking, but it's too late to change where I parked, so praying for that. And then two, I just wanted to say, I bet I'll find like 10 other guys also wearing flannels. So here's an update for you. I'm on the main campus here, but I don't see any signs for this film anywhere in the normal places. So still here. I contacted them. Haven't heard anything back yet. And yeah, feeling like a fool. Feeling like a fool. That's a cool place. Yeah, me. Just got out. I'll talk more later. Okay, the van is still here. And I don't have a ticket, which is great, even though I totally did the wrong thing there. But anyway, to recap, they had emailed me back with the room instructions because I had emailed them saying I was here, but I didn't know where they were, etc. And so I ran up there real quick, went in, did it, and, he started asking me questions, which is, like, fine. And he wanted to know where I was from, and I had to tell him, I live in a van. And he was like, oh, what? We bonded over that. And ran the first scene twice. Didn't get into the second scene. He didn't want to see the second scene. And I didn't want to do it because I'd worked harder on the first scene anyway. So it worked out for me. Yeah, he seemed relatively impressed with me. Doesn't mean anything, but he seemed, he wanted to check my schedule and all that stuff. And which is kind of fun. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. And so normally after an audition, I normally do try to do something fun. And so this time it's, where is it? It's Chuck E. Cheese's. Yeah! Chuck E. Cheese's with these guys. Woo! Sometimes you have a bad week where everything seems to just go wrong. For me, that was this week. But hey, you can't win them all. This is Vanactor. I'm Kane Philbeck. And now it's time for Lessons with Kane, the part of the show where you learn what not to do. Number one, this industry is filled with flakers and wannabes. You can't get away from them. So try to make sure that your core group of people are there for the long haul. Number two, if you get an audition through an email, don't assume that there's going to be a sign. Ask for the room number. And number 3, don't get addicted to the lottery games at Chuck E. Cheese's. Spread the love.